to ANOKHI PULSE TV, your weekly dose of sights, stars, and sounds we know you love. I'm Dilshad.
And I'm Daniel. This week we've got all the deets and the buzz about some of your favorite Holly and Bolly bigwigs.
That's right, Daniel. Queen Bey continues her reign over the music industry, causing a fan frenzy among her followers with a tantalizing teaser that's got everyone seeking the answer to one very cryptic question.
What am I gonna do, love? What am I gonna do?
That's what everyone's wondering as Beyonce dropped a 20-second clip titled Lemonade over the weekend, quickly followed by a longer teaser that did very little to clarify.
The past and the present merge to meet us here.
With a series of seemingly disjointed sentences and contrasting imagery of anarchy and serenity, the clip ends with the promise of an HBO world premiere event on April 23rd.
Why can't you see me?
But the question remains, what is it? Speculation has been rampant with fans losing their collective minds. Is it a single, an album, or even a film? All we do know for certain is that it's a masterstroke of marketing strategy.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
In the past, Beyonce has been known to spring surprises, unexpectedly dropping the video for Formation a day before her Super Bowl performance this year and releasing a self-titled visual album with no prior warning back in 2013.
I would make my best art and just put it out.
But it seems Bey has been dropping hints all along. Looking back at her photos on Instagram, eagle-eyed observers note that many of them did in fact feature references to lemons and lemonade. And some are suggesting that maybe the biggest hint is the cornrows and fur she's rocking in the teaser, much like this outfit in Formation.
Oh yes, I like that.
The Queen herself remains silent on the subject, prepping for her upcoming tour and even making other announcements like the addition of DJ Khaled to her lineup.
Now I'm on the Beyonce Formation tour.
But no statements or press releases have followed the teasers, only further fueling the fandemonium.
What are you hiding?
But despite the tight seal, some details have still managed to leak out. Unconfirmed sources say the event is likely a docu-style special in the vein of her 2013 HBO special, Life is But a Dream. But with no official confirmation and just one more sleep to go till the big reveal, the Beyhive is still buzzing, thirsting for a taste of lemonade.
You know you that bitch when you cause all this conversation.
Are you a Shahrukh Khan fan? Who isn't, right? Well, Yash Raj Films' latest release, Fan, reminded us all why we've been bewitched by SRK's magic for the past 20 years, and why his most recent performance is truly his most fantastic. Fan, directed by Manish Sharma, sent film critics, the box office, and fans into a frenzy with its release this past Friday, having the highest opening weekend in 2016 so far.
उसे स्टार नहीं है, दुनिया है मेरी.
Beating out some of Shahrukh Khan's past hits such as Dilwale, Happy New Year, and Chennai Express, Fan earned a whopping 100 crore at the box office worldwide, and that too just in 3 days. Also having the highest opening weekend in Pakistan and in the Bollywood market overseas. Quite impressive, right?
Fan.
While the film has definitely proved its entertainment factor with 4- and 5-star ratings aplenty, critics are praising SRK's double role performance, both as the star and the obsessive fan, calling it a terrific act. Thunderous and applause-worthy, and his career best. The Bollywood Star Brigade also showed up on Twitter with Ranveer Singh, Arjun Kapoor, and Parineeti Chopra showing their love for the film and SRK's work. In fact, those who watch Fan will certainly get a healthy dose of deja vu into Shahrukh Khan's past avatar as a crazily obsessed fan. Remember Anjam, when SRK became so obsessed with Madhuri Dixit, he did anything, literally anything, to have her say, I love you. Or what about Bazigar, where Shahrukh Khan courts both Shilpa Shetty and Kajol only as a ploy to enact revenge upon their father. Then there was Dar, where in true obsessive style, SRK uttered the words,
I love you, Kiran.
and sent shivers down our spines. And lastly, Dawn, where Shahrukh Khan breathed new life into Amitabh Bachchan's iconic portrayal of a criminal on the run. So if you weren't a fan of Shahrukh Khan before, I bet you are now.
पहले fan star के पीछे भागता था, अब star fan के पीछे भागे.
Now, speaking of Shahrukh Khan's latest film, Fan, which shows a very dark side of entertainment, the other aspect of that dark side is cyberbullying, and that is something celebrities are facing a lot of today.
Definitely, and I think one of the very first victims of cyberbullying way back in the day was Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know who Monica Lewinsky is, she went through a very big scandal with President Clinton during his tenure, and she was really raked over the coals. Now, back then, it was really one of the big scandals that had happened that was lived online.
Yep.
This Russian rush to judgment enabled by technology led to mobs of virtual stone throwers.
And over the years, she's picked up the pieces now and has become an anti-bullying advocate and is really working very hard to bring it back into the forefront and destigmatize cyberbullying.
Yeah. Now, another example that quickly followed off the heels of Monica Lewinsky was Perez Hilton. Now, we love Perez Hilton today, but before he became friendly, he was very nasty, he was mean, and bullying was how he made money and how he became famous.
Right.
And one of the most concrete examples is his situation with Neil Patrick Harris from How I Met Your Mother.
Yes.
Perez Hilton's bullying forced Neil Patrick Harris to come out in the public against his will about his sexuality. And you know that's a personal experience. It's a very sensitive time in anybody's life.
Right. I think what ends up happening with cyberbullying is it's not something that just stays out there in cyberspace. It has very real world consequences. And something that's even worse and even darker, of course, is, you know, the spate of suicides that we've seen from very, very young kids, you know, high school kids going through this, attacking each other online and then sort of not feeling like they're trapped and just, you know, there's no way out except to take their own lives. Rutea Parsons in Canada was one very big, very famous case. I know there have been a number of cases in the US as well, and that's a really dire consequence.
Now, these real-life consequences are very serious and very scary. But on another serious note, I do think people are very hypersensitive when it comes to cyberbullying. Every small little thing is called cyberbullying these days. Now, the most recent example I can think of is Miley Cyrus and Jodie Sweetin.
Right, yes.
Now, when Miley Cyrus put a photo of Jodie Sweetin out in a very suggestive position, she was automatically labeled a cyberbully, and people took her to task on that situation. But Miley came on record and said, wait a second, guys, I'm just kind of giving a shout out in a fun way to Jodie and the Full House days. But it was taken out of context so quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do understand where you're coming from, but I think the hypersensitivity comes from the fact that cyberbullying has been rampant for so long and nobody's done anything about it. There's no significant changes in legislation towards it. So this sort of reactionary culture comes off of that. And so it's two extremes, and I don't know if there's any middle ground yet. You know, I think everybody's working towards it.
Well, this opens up the table to a larger discussion here, and of course we want all of you to participate, and don't worry, you will not be labeled a cyberbully for doing so.
Absolutely not. All opinions are valid. We want to hear from you, so make sure to get in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's it from us. Ta-da till next time.
Ciao. Don't forget to stay in the loop for your weekly dose of entertainment glitz and glam with ANOKHI PULSE TV.
That's right, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for exclusive access to all that's happening behind the velvet rope.